Breakfast Win News.
Tonight, Canberra's horse racing community mourns the death of jockey Samara Johnson. Upgrade works promised for notorious crash-prone sections of the Barton Highway, and Catholic school teachers go on strike across the ACT. Good evening, I'm Amy Duggan. Also tonight, the Raiders look to recruit a new fan base, working with the RSPCA to attract pets to the membership. A Canberra jockey has been killed and a trainer is fighting for life in hospital tonight after a fiery car crash east of Junee. In a tragic twist, one of the victims is the close friend of a track work rider who died at Thoroughbred Park only months ago.
Samara Johnson's love of horses ran deep, and at just 25, the jockey was already making waves in a male-dominated industry.
Millions of dollars in safety upgrades to the Barton Highway are now underway. More than 12,500 people use the road every day, most of them for work and by car. The works will eventually result in more safety barriers and improved road signs and line markings.
For the first time ever, a state government is funding that federal highway. So we've got $100 million, $25 million is going to go into immediate road safety improvements.
Dramatic security vision has been released of a robbery at the Subway restaurant in Monaco. Brandishing a knife, the man jumped the counter and demanded staff fill a bag with money. After getting what he was after, the thief ran off towards Red Hill. If you recognise the man, call police. The New South Wales Deputy Premier has admitted his relationship with the Prime Minister is broken, days after he openly criticised his leadership and called for his resignation. However, John Barilaro is refusing to back down from his remarks, despite backlash from within his own party.
As Nationals colleagues move to distance themselves from John Barilaro's critique of Malcolm Turnbull, the man himself is far from doing the same.
ACT Labor Senator Katie Gallagher is the latest politician to be caught up in the dual citizenship saga after British authorities confirmed she was a dual citizen for about 1 month after the 2016 federal election. The former Territory Chief Minister says she took every reasonable step to renounce her UK citizenship by descent before standing for election. Australia's marriage equality laws have reached the home stretch, with lively debate underway in the House of Representatives. Openly gay Liberal MP Tim Wilson used his speech to propose to his partner, while the ACT's Andrew Lee argued the postal survey results don't tell the full story.
2017's last federal sitting week, already one for the history books.
Coming up next on Win News, the big wet fails to dampen spirits at Young's National Cherry Festival, and there's a buzz around Parliament House today as the first batch of homegrown honey flows on Capitol Hill. Rain put a dampener on the outdoor Christmas carnival event at Garema Place on Friday and Saturday, but the crowd numbers surged once the weather cleared yesterday.
There were plenty of umbrellas, puddles and not much else. It was supposed to be a bustling hive of activity over the weekend.
Time for sport now with Melissa Russell, and a tough weekend for Canberra United, Mel.
Yeah, Amy, the side proved no match for the Brisbane outfit. Plus, the Raiders joined forces with the RSPCA for a membership program with a difference.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Free photo with Santa this weekend.
The Raiders have launched a new kind of membership drive designed to cater for man's best friend. The pet program will allow your pet to become part of the Raiders family, and it's all for a good cause, with some of the proceeds going to RSPCA ACT.
Meet Zazu, the feathery friend of Raiders forward Bill Cullen.
The Canberra Cavalry has moved into fourth on the Australian Baseball League ladder after claiming a 3-1 series win over the Bite in Adelaide. Rain played havoc with the series, with the sides forced to play the 4 matches over just 2 days. But it didn't seem to hurt the Cavalry, the visitors backing up an 18-3 win in Game 1 with victories in Games 2 and 3. The side is back at home this week up against competition leaders Melbourne. And that is our night in sport, Amy.
Thanks very much, Mel. We'll see you again tomorrow. Stay with us. The weather is next with Hayley Francis.
Good evening. We had a less than ideal summer's day today, cloudy skies and plenty of rain about for the region, and it's likely this kind of weather will stick around for much of the week ahead. Tonight's picture is thanks to Tom Watson over at Braidwood. He took this lovely shot, and a reminder that if you would like to send us a picture, you can contact us on Facebook and Twitter or email us at weather@wintv.com.au. Now let's take a look at temperatures for the region today. At Wollongong, a top of 17 degrees after a low of 15. Ulladulla, a top of 16 after a low of 14. Further south, Maruya saw a top of 19. Bega, a low of 13. And a little inland, Thredbo reached a top of 5 degrees. Jindabyne, a little warmer, 12 degrees there. We've also got a top of 14 at Yass, a low of 7 degrees at Goulburn, and Braidwood 9 to 13. Now looking at the satellite, we've got some thick cloud in the east and south, and that combined with a developing low and deep trough is generating heavy rain and thunderstorms for parts. Also associated with that low is some patchy cloud pushing over the southwest, which is bringing a few showers. Elsewhere, much clearer, particularly in the northwest. Tomorrow, a broad area of low pressure off the New South Wales coast and a number of localised low pressure circulations are forecast to develop in the coming days. This will result in more rainfall near the coast, possibly even heavier falls tonight and tomorrow, depending on the positioning of those low centres. The last of these lows is expected to deepen off the southern coast before moving out of New South Wales waters on Wednesday. Checking the forecast for the ACT district, we've got some cloudy rain and storms expected. Northerly winds up to 45 kilometres an hour, and a top of 20 for Canberra, and a little warmer in Yass, a top of 21 there. Checking the forecast for the Snowy Mountains district, cloudy, also some rain there. We do have northwesterly to northeasterly winds up to 40 kilometres an hour, and a top of 13 for Jindabyne. Checking the forecast for the south coast, cloudy again with some possible storms. Northwesterly to northeasterly winds up to 30 kilometres an hour. A top of 19 degrees there for Merimbula. The sunrise for tomorrow is expected at 5:41 and the sun setting at 8:06. Looking at the forecast for the week ahead, tomorrow we'll see a top of 20, a little warmer on Wednesday, 23, 25 on Thursday, and then cooling down into the end of the week. That's all from me. Have a wonderful evening. Jeff, it's back to you.
Thank you, Hayley. And that is Win News for Monday, December 4. To view some of our reports, you can visit the Facebook page. See you tomorrow at 6. I'm Amy Duggan. Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.